What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Living Blessed, the podcast. I'm your host, Jovan J. Palmer, and I have my special sister here, Jasmine G. Grier.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Appreciate you coming through to share your story and express some insight on us. And, of course, inspire us a little bit.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
What's going on? How you been feeling?
I've been blessed. I'm trying to live blessed like you can.
Hey, listen.
That's it.
You already living blessed.
That's it.
You're here,
I'm
and
here.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on. I'm
problem.
excited. I'm excited
as well. So, let's get into it. Tell the audience a little bit about you, like who you are, where you came from, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Born and raised from Commerce, Georgia. I'm sure you can hear it a little bit in my accent. I'm from a real small town.
Okay.
Grew up with a single dad.
Word.
There's some things that happened with my parents. They divorced, etc. But me and my mom, we have a phenomenal relationship now. It took me a minute. Took me a minute to get there. My dad put a basketball in my hands fairly early.
Okay.
Which played Division I basketball.
Dope.
Attained 2 degrees in 4 years, etc. So.
You said you got 2 degrees in 4 years?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, so played a little junior college basketball.
Okay.
Right? So I was that kid, who would sit in classrooms, bored out of my mind. Like, I would make up excuses, right? I would leave Spanish class, Joe. And, I would be like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And teacher would be like, you have to ask in Spanish. I'm like, I have no idea even how to say that. I would just leave class, go to the gym and shoot. So, just growing up in that small, predominantly, Caucasian town, I had big dreams, you know what I mean? Like, I can make it in basketball. So fast forward a couple years later, went on to school, played ball, went to a junior college in Macon. Shout out to Eisenhower Highway or Avenue down there. I know Eisenhower very well. That's the cut down there. Yeah, that's the cut.
There's memories down there.
Yeah, a lot of memories, But yeah, so I went down there and got a degree in marketing, business marketing.
Word.
And man, I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna graduate from here, but I gotta graduate because I had teachers tell me that I couldn't do it. That I wasn't smart in high school. I failed a lot of my, math classes. Math is not it. Math today still isn't it for me at all.
It ain't it for a lot of people.
I be stressing out trying to
calculate.
You
know how to count your dollars.
Yeah, most definitely. You good. You popping. You famous.
I don't know how that's coming. Hey, I need to cut all this out.
Okay.
Why is it? What's going on?
Oh, it's coming through your computer, isn't it?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I love it. Cumberland.
Let me just mute it. All right, cool. Let's jump back into it.
Yeah. Where was that?
We were talking about not passing. Teachers tell you.
Yes. Just I made it a mission to graduate. You know what I mean? My teammates around me, they were all wickedly smart. Amari Moreland, who's a realtor now out in Atlanta for Norman and Norman. I mean, just blazing through the classroom.
Word.
And, I just made it a mission because a lot of my high school teachers was like, basketball's not a real thing. You need to get you a blue-collar job. You know what I mean? You need to focus on working because basketball is just not realistic for you. It's not going to happen. Yeah. So I had to get the degree to let them know, like, I'm not a dummy. You know what I mean? I know I'm like, talk a little country, you know what I mean? But I ain't a fool, you know?
Right.
So then, once I got to Indiana State University, that's when I was like, I actually kind of love school. Never had that feeling before in my life.
So what grew that passion for your love of school up there?
I think just being around my teammates, and the classrooms were slightly bigger. You know what I mean? But you still had that one-on-one attention from, the professors, kind of what I had at my junior college. The classrooms were large, but not that large. I still could reach, my rec and sport professors, on any given day. So I don't know what it was. I think what it was for me is that I took recreation sports management and there was no math. I didn't have any math classes. So I was like, I like this right
school
here.
might be all right.
I might can do this, you know?
Right.
So that's when I kind of just fell in love with growing and learning because outside of the classroom or inside the classroom, they gave us opportunities to volunteer at the local Boys and Girls Club, which is where, I had my first little job as an athletic director.
Okay.
So it's just crazy how, you're volunteering, putting together programs and, trying to help the kids. And that's when I kind of fell in love with helping people.
Word,
you know what I mean? But I've always been a helper. I just didn't really know how to express it and get it out. As when your dad raises you, he's a single father. He's working 2 to 3 jobs, cutting grass. You know what I mean? He's working at a chemical plant as a supervisor, and he was really, really tough. All tough love. Like, you're not gonna cry. You're going to go outside. You're going to shoot ball. You're going to be all right. You're going to bounce back. Hold your chin up. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody see you sad, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just like, oh, okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? But deep down, I'm so giving and loving. You know what I mean? I think I get that side from my mom. You know
got
what
to,
I mean?
got
I got to, you know. So it's just, you know, just being in that environment where, you know, I was able to kind of thrive and not have that pressure, because State was a very diverse, you know, campus. So I felt good. So yeah.
Word. So let's talk about your talk a little bit about your upbringing. You know, you said you and your mom didn't really have much of a relationship growing up.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep it real with you, Joe. I've struggled with that for many years, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it all out. Okay. I'm gonna be open and honest. This is my first time sharing this. Oh wow. With a lot of people. Wow. You know, at this magnitude, a lot of, you know, of course, my family members and things like that, they know. So, you know, growing up, she was around. You know, she picked us up on the weekends, she spend time with us, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. And I cherish that, because I look at it like this. Time spells MONEY or time spells LOVE. Time is so valuable, right? Yeah. And so when you're a kid, you look forward to spending what with your parents? You look forward to spending time with them. Not, you don't want their money. It's cool that your parents can buy you the latest and greatest gadgets, but you want that quality time. You know what I mean? Yep. And that's what I always was yearning for. And, you know, throughout the years, she would miss some weekends. She would skip out on some things, you know, and I'm not knocking her now. I'm going to wrap it back around to how, you know, I came to fall in love with who she is, you know, as a woman and as a mother. And she actually did something very courageous. She knew, okay, if I can get, you know, Felicia and Jasmine back with their father, I know they're going to be all right. You know what I mean? But yeah, she, you know, she missed out on a couple of games and things like that. And there grew a void in me. I started to seek out a motherly love through other things. As far as my lifestyle. You know what I mean? I wanted to be with someone who would comfort me, potentially of the same sex. Right. I was looking for that comfort. Can you cook me make me a sandwich or some grits or something? You know what I mean? Like, hold me, I don't feel good. My knee hurt. You know what I mean? I started seeking that out, and I went down a real dark path for a little bit because I was so confused. I was like, man, I grew up a Christian. I grew up in the, you know, in the Southern Baptist Church. Yeah. And here I am doing something that's so forbidden. You know what I mean? And I was just like, how do I deal with this? So in high school, I was real secretive about it. And then my big-headed sister, one day, open her mouth, man. I don't know what happened. Let me tell you this quick funny story, man. I'm outside shooting ball, doing my thing. I come back in, you know, trying to get ready to shower. My dad and sister, they going at it or whatever. And my sister goes, you don't even know that Jasmine likes ketchup with her chicken tenders. You don't know nothing about her. And that's why she's gay. I said, oh, Lord. Oh. My dad goes, what? And all chaos broke loose. Dang. All chaos broke loose. And I was like, man, what you, man, boop, out you go. I said, oh, man, this is tough. This is tough. Yeah, for a little bit. Wow. I stayed with this lady named Jen. Jen used to come pick me up for church. I said, man, what in the world am I going to do? Right? So then, you know, I go for a couple of months, in and out at Jen's house, in and out at, you know, my little girlfriends, you know, just in and out. Yeah. And then my dad was like, look, you coming back in, you're not finna do that. You're going to play ball, you're going to go to school, you're going to come home. That's it. And I was like, that's my life now. I can't even go, you know, out with my friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was a big adjustment. So that's why I wanted to go off to college, because I felt like I'm in this small town, and I know that
you need to grow.
I needed to grow and get that off me and just live.
Live and spread your wings.
Yeah, you know, and figure it out. You know, let me figure it out on your own. Right. I know what the Bible says. You know what I mean? And I know what you're telling me. Right. But I can't wear no dress. It bothers me. I'm trying to be relaxed. Right. Here I am, and, you know, as a little kid, you know, cutting holes and stuff in my stockings because I don't want to wear them. He had to go to the dollar store, get a new pair of stockings. Man, it was tearing them up, man. I was like, I can't do this. You know, so once I got off to college, I had to come into myself as a young woman. You know what I mean? Yeah. I finally got to that point in place. Anyway, so back to my relationship with my mom. Joe, I'm 27. Just last year, my cousin Val and I, every year, we go out to eat and we sit down and we go over our yearly goals and things, and fasting and things we want to see our family, you know, coming to fruition. More events, you know, with our family, and you know, accomplishing personal goals. And Joe, I wrote down, this was like, it was last year. I wrote down, I just want to be able to take my mom out on a date and not ask anyone else. You know what I'm saying? That I might deem attractive. I want to take her on a date because I get tired of DMing, sliding in the DMs. You know what I mean? Because I ain't trying to slide that way no more. I want to slide with God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, how can I do it? And one day, it was so random. It was a random. I said, Mama, you at home? She goes, yeah, you all right? You all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I go, you want to go get some pizza? She goes, yeah. I said, can you meet me in Beaufort, at the Luigi's? And she met me there. And I was fighting so hard. And I'm just like, so this is what it feels like. This is what I've been wanting. You know what I mean? That time. LOVE. You know what I mean? This is what it is. I feel better now. You know what I mean? That I can sit down and talk to her. And I've asked her a couple times, Mama, what happened? Where'd you go? Why? And, she was just, my mom's a nurse. Very successful lady. Nothing wrong with her. No drug abuse. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. Very smart lady.
People would think like, that was the thing. Like, she was out there on drugs or she was out doing X, Y, and Z, but it's just, that ain't the case.
It's just, I don't think she was, I think she just knew. She was like, I know their dad would do a great job with him. You know what I mean? So something happened. There's always two sides to the story. Right. And I haven't brought myself yet to ask my dad what happened. Because he's so stronghold and country strong. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, it's all right. I'll get it from my mama. You know what I mean? So that date, I felt so, I was like, man, this is cool. And she was like, why ain't you talking much? And I'm just like, trying to be tough.
Cool. Right.
The pizza good. You want that slice? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. But, I was waiting for that moment for so long. You know what I mean? And the fact that I got it, that was a blessing right there. So I was able to, in that moment, in that year, I accomplished it, right? But a lot of things happened. I was able to free myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it says in the Bible, if thou mother and their father forsake you, I will never forsake you. So okay, cool, right? God said, you knew me before I needed you in your mother's womb. Right. Before you even knew your mama, you knew God first. So I'm just like, oh, there's beauty in that. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. No, my parents didn't forsake me. Some things just happened, but I know God ultimately has my back. But also, there's a lot of beauty in my mom. She's got a beautiful soul. She's very, very smart. Very smart lady. Always been a go-getter. You know what I mean? So it's just, I felt better. I was able to free myself. Like, man, I went all those years looking for what I was looking for in my mom, and that 45 minutes just time. You know what I mean? Yeah. In other places, women and things, and it's just like, nah, that wasn't going to cut it, So I'm glad that I was able to free myself from that.
Glad you were too.
You know what I mean?
Because, the thing is like, like I say, this podcast is a no judgment zone,
Right.
Things like, whatever side you decide to choose, that's between you and, your Savior. But, there's beauty in freedom.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I can attest to it, I share my story with you and everything like that. And everyone's journey to freedom is different. Right. So what was your journey to freedom? Like, what did that feel like, when you finally got all that weight lifted off your chest? Right. And you finally felt like, you can just be Jasmine. Right. With no labels, no strings attached, no nothing. Right. What did that feel like?
Man, it felt, I don't know. It literally felt like so much weight and pressure was lifted off of me. For years, I struggled with anxiety. For years. At one point in time in high school, I was medicated twice. I didn't like the way it made me feel. Yeah. One was like you would take it in the morning to prevent you from having it, and then one you would take it while you were having the anxiety attack. And that was something that I just had to pray off, but I felt so free. I didn't feel anxious. You know what I mean? I didn't feel nervous. I felt like, oh, okay, this is cool. Yeah. My mom loves me. You know what I mean? She always has loved me. She's displayed love, through her affection in different ways. You know what I mean? If I was to call her right now, she'd be like, you all right? Where you at? What you need? I'm like, Mom, I'm fine. I just call and say, hey, oh, you sure you okay? You come over and eat. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good, Mama. Right. So I just felt so much pressure released off my spirit and off my chest. And, it made me realize, like, okay, God, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I had to go down that way to, get here, but now I don't have to walk, in that anymore. You know what I mean? I can be cool, the cool Jazz with the haircut. Okay, that's going to be me anyways. Right. A little bit looser shirts. I ain't trying to show you my hips and curves, you know what I mean? So I just realized if my mom loves me and accepts me, then I need to love and accept me. And I know God loves and accepts me, period. You know what I mean? So that was very freeing for me.
So it was like walking around with the weight.
Oh, man, super depressing. It was like, you know how you got a secret or you do something bad, you think somebody going to find you out?
Right,
so you try to do everything you can and not let anybody find out? That's what it was. But it was so evident. Everybody was like, Jazz, you wearing extra large basketball shorts with some chains. Come on now, Jazz. Right, like, oh my God, Tony's great. Like, Jazz, quit playing. Like, okay, I'll quit playing. You know?
Yeah.
So, but, you know, till this day, I'm not perfect, though. There's still days, Jay, you know, where I wake up, I'm just like, Jazz, you just got to let go and let God just be you.
Yeah.
God's not looking at your I mean, yes, of course, but he's not looking at your past. He doesn't care if, you know, sometimes you get tempted and you feel that way. You might see a little, you know, caramel thing walking down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants you to just come to him fully. Give that to him. Like, Lord, I ain't gonna lie. I'm at the red light and I'm slipping right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Give me strength.
Give me strength. Help me change my focus.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So I think that's what he cares about, the relationship. But walking around like that, Joe, I was so depressed. Days where I just wanted to sleep in, not get up, not bathe. And Lord knows we need to bathe.
Right.
You know what I mean? We oily just naturally. You know what I mean? So, like, it was days where I was just like, I can't do this. I feel like I'm faking. And a lot of days where you get this, like, this is real now, but I was really faking it. Like, oh, hey, how y'all doing? Right.
And just dying inside.
Oh, my goodness, man. But that date with my mom, I was like, oh, I'm good.
You good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can go do what God put me here to do.
Oh, yeah.
That purpose.
And you're doing it now.
That's it, King.
So what are you doing? Like, what are you doing now? Or what, you know, no. Let's go back. What advice would you give somebody who you feel is walking down that same path that you walked down and trying to find freedom in just who they are to be them? Because we know society can be very judgmental nowadays.
Oh, man.
You know, to where kids are killing themselves nowadays.
Yes.
Adults are taking their lives.
Yes.
You know, millennials are taking their lives.
Absolutely.
You know, what can you say to somebody to say, you know what, I just want you to be you. Like, you know, no strings attached. Just be you. Live your life out loud. Yeah.
The best advice I would say is if you go back to Genesis 1, where the Lord created man out of dust. He said, dust, you know, dust to dust, you know, that's whatever it's right. He created man out of dust. Blew life into him. There's man, right? Then he had to put man to sleep, do a little surgery on him, whatever. Got the rib, then he created woman, right? So God created man out of his own image. So if God is great, you're great. If God is victorious, you're victorious. If God is bubbly, if he's got a personality, if he's jokey, then you got your own personality and things like that. Yeah. So I say you gotta live, you gotta walk into you and embrace you regardless, because like he said, I knitted you in your mother's womb so carefully. He designed you to be who you are. You gotta just live in your truth and accept who you are. Love who you are. Because before you can do that with anybody else or anything else, you gotta love you and accept you first.
Definitely.
Just, tap inside and realize that you were put here for a specific purpose. And that purpose is God. You gotta keep walking down that path to discover it.
Yeah.
But you're put here for a reason. My mom had a miscarriage before she had me.
Wow.
It's funny because it was supposed to be a boy.
Wow.
And I go, oh, well, no wonder I go right to the men's section sometimes looking for some shoes. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that happened for a reason.
Yeah.
God knew he needed me here. You know what I mean? So it's, you just gotta love yourself and embrace yourself and accept yourself. And it's okay if you are different. We are all different. Some people are tall, some people are short. You got a nice, healthy beard. Some dudes got blotches. They got blotches on their face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to embrace it and be okay with it, because you were created for a divine reason.
I love it.
Yeah, most definitely.
So right now you're walking in purpose.
Oh,
would you say that?
Yes, sir.
So as you're walking in purpose, what is it feeling like, and what are some things that you're doing? Are you giving back?
Absolutely, most definitely. So right now, what I'm doing a little bit of real estate investing. Well, I am running a full-fledged real estate investment company.
Seen some of the flips you've been working on.
Yeah, Family Tree Realty. God is good. Just closed on something, this past Monday?
Okay.
Blessings. That family was phenomenal, right?
Okay.
So I'm doing that right now. And real estate is like basketball to me. It's so competitive. Okay. I'm like, oh, I like this. So you're not going to take my offer. I need to shoot another shot. I missed that first shot. That's okay. Let me get my rebound and square back up and shoot it again. You're going to come back. I'll follow back up with you in 3 days. You're going to say yeah eventually. You know what I mean? So I like the competitive, the competitive, edge to it, the environment of it. And so right now, what I'm trying to do is I want to scale it eventually. I want to knock out at least 3 to 4 more deals by the end of the year. And then next, I want to be able to hire out a VA. I want to make sure I bring in a bird dog. Right now, we out here. I'm trying to be big time out here. You know what I'm saying? Like the Isaac Graces, and you know what I mean? I'm trying to be out here big time.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, that's it. But, also, I do a little bit of credit restoration as well.
Word.
So I just brought on a phenomenal young lady named Brittany Johnson. Just brought her on. She's going to be handling the credit restoration aspect of it. So I can focus and give my time and attention 100% to real estate and continue to, build it out. Because I want to, you know how it is when you first start a business, you work in it, right? And you doing everything. Right, like with Living Blessed, you know what I'm saying? You got, the logos and shipping and all that stuff. Yeah. It's a lot. You know what I mean? So the goal is eventually to work out. And I could be in L.A., you know what I'm saying? Maybe looking at something new or just hanging out, just on vacation or whatever. And then I'll be able to, the business still will run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still can wholesale virtually as well.
Have it on autopilot.
Right, autopilot. I'm trying to get there. But, baby steps.
Okay.
But the journey to recently, to closing, out 2 deals this month alone, man, you should have seen me like a couple months ago. I thought I was about to lose it, like again, all again. Back in 2018, right before I moved back to Georgia, Joe, I was working at a rec center.
Yeah.
They said, see ya. I said, what? They said, gotta go. Yeah. What? I just got here. I'm being like 8, 9, 10 months. I ain't been that long. Gone, fired. Dang. Okay, cool. Fine, fair enough. How am I going to bounce back? That's when I started actually working on real estate. I was in real estate school in Tennessee.
Really?
Right. I was like, I'm about to be a realtor. Like, wholesaling is cool. Like, I wholesale one little house, got like a little referral fee for $1,000. I said, oh, I like this, but I want to do it the right way. I thought, wholesaling or real estate investing was like something ain't professional about it. I was like, I want to go the professional route, be a realtor. So I put myself through real estate school.
Wow.
Man, months of passing real estate school, lost my job, right? Had to let go of my apartment. I was like, what in the world is going on? Slept in the back of my little Honda Accord that I still have to this day, Colossians. Slept in the back of that little Tinker for a month.
Wow.
And not too many people know this story. Hopefully my dad didn't see it because he would go upside my head if he knew I was sleeping in the back of my car. So it was like a week before I had to get out of my apartment. All my furniture's gone. I had to sell it to try to, make amends, right? Pay my bills, stay afloat. Whole savings was completely depleted. Okay, gone. I remember it was a couple nights before I was like, I'm either going back to Georgia or I'm going to Indiana. I went to the Little Caesars. I ain't eating all day. And there was this black lady in there. And I was like, ma'am, I don't have nothing. But I'm so hungry. I'm hungry. She goes, I'm going to give you 2 boxes of pizza. I want you to sit outside for about 30-so minutes. Come around through the drive-thru. I'm going to give you 2 boxes of pizza. I ate off that pizza for 2 days. Then I said, you know what? I'm not going back to Georgia. I have a love-hate relationship with Georgia. I don't want to go back to Georgia. I don't want to be in Georgia. I don't want to be around my dad. I don't want to face my dad. I've been out so long on my own. Left home. And I don't want to have to come back and be like, Dad, I need you.
Right.
So I go to Indiana. 9 days. I said, this last check, I know it's about to hit. I need this last check.
So you driving from?
I drove from Clarksville, Tennessee to Terre Haute, Indiana.
How long was that drive?
About 3 hours.
Okay, ain't bad.
Right, ain't bad. I had to hustle up. I had to scrape. I had to pawn some stuff. I had to get there.
Made it happen, though.
All right, so former good friend of mine, I said, yo, I just let me stay here. Come on in, absolutely, most definitely. Why your car packed up? I don't know. I'm just, whatever. Yeah. 9 days go by. I wake up that morning about 4:30. She in the bed, say, cool, whatever. Check comes through. Now my account was overdraft, like a lot.
So that check gone.
Had like $100-something bucks. I said, I gotta go. I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to find a job, bounce back, do whatever I need to do. I got to go. Joe, call my cousin Brittany. Hey, cuz, what you doing? Hey, cuz, you know how it is. All this well. Look, Sue, I just need $80. My tires, I done came up with something.
Make the whole story.
My tire went out.
Right.
Yeah, I got you. Send me $80, Sue. Send me $80. Man, I took that $80. I filled up my tank. I went to McDonald's, got a small fry with sweet and sour sauce. That's all I ate. Busted it 8 hours back home.
To Georgia.
Got home. Stopped at my cousin Val's house. Shout out to Val. Val's our little, bit playing the business. Shout out to cousin Val.
Shout her out.
But yeah, so I go to her house, man. I knock on the door. It's just God working. Val's at home. Okay, cool. Val, what's going on, Jess? I just in town hanging out. Just want to come down and see the family for the weekend. She realized something went right. Well, come on in then. I'm like, you got to be up early in the morning? She goes, yeah, I got to go to work. Okay, cool. I just want to come hang out with you, just kick it. And I fell asleep on the couch.
Right.
Fell asleep. She just let me be. Man, next morning she go, why all that stuff in your car, Jess? Because I'm homeless. I lost everything.
You had to crack.
Oh, man, I cracked. And she helped me, she put me back on my feet. I became a social worker, you know what I mean? And I bounced back, so... still, was doing clinics, trying to give back to the youth, just giving back through the game of basketball because basketball is giving so much back to me. And then, as a social worker, I'm like, I can't do this, man. I got to get back to real estate school. I got to tap back into that dream. For some reason, real estate just kept pulling at me. And so I put myself back through real estate school. I said, you know what? I don't want to work for a broker. I want to work for myself. I want to start my own real estate company. Went through the JMA. Shout out to Jay Morrison. When went through the JMA Real Estate Investing Academy. Graduated through that. I said, I got game now. I'm about to bless everybody with it. I'm telling everybody, man, you don't need no credit, no money. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to bless everybody.
Yeah.
And so, man, just this past year, we launched and we off the ground. We rolling. It's been hard. So let's get back. Oh, thank you so much, King. I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
So just a couple months ago, I felt like I was back in that same place.
Really?
Yes. Really.
So you went through one cycle of losing it all. I mean, sleeping in your car, faking it, just trying to make a way, surviving off French fries and pizza and faith and hope.
Yeah, literally.
To recently almost again.
Almost again, bro. Almost again, dude. So this is what happened. Literally. Almost again, man. Was working, as a social worker at a place I can't disclose because
right.
You know how it is. You know how it is. And I'm in there. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I'm in the office. I'm working. It was 3 of us out there. I said, man, I'm missing this call. I need to be on this call real quick. I'm gonna go in for about 10-15 minutes. I let my coworker know, hey, I'll be in back about 10-15 minutes. I just want to catch the front end of the call to get a thesis of
see what's going on. Right.
Man, boss coming there. You've been here for a long time. No, ma'am. No, I haven't. I've let them know. No. Well, you can't be da-da-da. I said, okay, I completely understand. I said, do you want me to go home? I don't know why that came out of my mouth, Joe. Millennials do not say that to anybody.
I didn't think he was going to say that. I thought you were going to say, like, oh, do you want me to go back to work?
Joe, dang. I don't know what happened. Wow. I felt like, man, here I am. I invested so much into my growth and my knowledge. I just need a 10 to 15 minute break. We not even documenting lunches in this place.
Wait, what?
Yo, we not even documenting lunch breaks in this thing. So,
nah, fam, give my 10 to 15.
That's it. I need it. I was like, do you want me to go home? If that's what you want to do, I said, you know what, I will. Because I need to be on this call.
Yeah.
Because this is important for me. I've been grinding, and I'm so close. Do you want me to come back? Sure, come back. Okay, cool. Come back next day. Well, I said, you know what? Before you even say anything, real estate, this is the one opportunity that I have right now. I need to be in real estate. I have to be in real estate.
Yeah.
I have to be in real estate. You know what? Just give me 30 minutes. I'll zip you a resignation. I'll be out. Zip the resignation. I said, I got to do what I got to do. I want to be in real estate so bad. God, this is me committing to the dream. God, you tell us if we walk by faith and not by sight, you're going to see us through. This is me stepping out on faith.
Wow.
Okay, cool. Man, next thing you know, I had a couple business partners with me when we first started. Gone. Shout out. Love you guys. Love you.
Yeah.
Gone. Just wasn't for them. Okay, cool. I'm not mad. I still give you game. I still love you. If you need,
I got
cool.
You.
It's like everything.
I hate to cut you off, but when people start partnerships and friends, from friendships, people feel like the friendship has to go south. Right. Because the business went south.
Right, and it doesn't.
And it doesn't.
At all.
It doesn't at all. And I applaud you.
Right.
For still wanting, to
right.
put them on game. Like, give them all the information.
All the information to go do it.
Whatever they need to go do and be successful. Mm-hmm. Because some people feel like, because you did me wrong, I'm good. Mm-mm. I'm good with you.
That's how you miss your blessings.
For sure.
By doing people like that.
Yeah, and that's you stepping and being Jasmine, unapologetically. Just
the really giving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's still being that social worker.
Yeah.
In a sense, but just being a social worker in real estate.
That's it. All that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, Joe.
That's dope.
I like that. Oh man, it gave me chills down. That was good. Most definitely.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't know what I'm finna do. God just turned the corner for me. Boom, there you go. Landed another social work job. Now I'm working nights. Oh, this is perfect. Get to work on real estate all day, sleep, and then go in and not really sleep. Look, I might tell myself, look, you know what I mean? Help, but to still be able to impact and change lives, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And still get to it. And so once I realized I committed, okay, cool, now it's game. But hold on, man. Man, I hope my dad doesn't ever watch this. Man, Joe, I almost low-key lost my car. I thought that I missed a payment. The payment, okay, so I had a lot of bills coming out at once. Mm-hmm. And then I totally forgot about my car payment, right?
Yeah.
This is me trying to scrape by because I'm like, okay, I know that I'm going to get hired at this job. Let me just continue to budget, continue to do what I'm doing.
Right.
Not really go through my savings like that because I don't want to touch that again because I already had to do that once.
You know exactly what it feels
like.
So
God took me through it once to teach me again. Like, no, don't you touch that. You leave that alone.
Right.
Man, Joe, I said, here we go. I said, God, I can't touch my money. Mm-hmm. I can't touch my money. I said, I'm going to have to sit in the negative stand. It is what it is. Man, car come to call me. Miss Grier, I haven't missed a car payment ever. They're like, well, this is what's going on. I said, look, ma'am, COVID's done, COVID's going on. I'm just like trying to.
Hey, COVID coming through.
COVID coming through. You said COVID be coming through.
COVID be coming through.
Oh man, God bless everybody. Hopefully, COVID is real.
Listen, if you got to, real. This is off topic, y'all. But listen,
look,
if you need just a little cushion, just mention COVID.
Yo, they'll give you 3 weeks. They'll just
they might give you a month or 2.
What?
I've seen some people say they got hold 3 months because of COVID.
What?
3-month cushion. They put a hold on everything.
Hey.
It don't mess your credit up. It don't mess your payment history, nothing up.
What?
And within that 3 months, you just gotta be ready.
Wow.
And I'm like, hey, COVID coming through.
Dang.
So
I might have to call Ally Financial back. Like, hey, look, y'all. Hey, look, this is I'm teasing. You're right. And so I really thought I was like, they're gonna come repo my car. Oh my God, I'm gonna I'm thinking the worst. Like, I'm not gonna let this happen. Mm-hmm. I'm about to go get it. I'm about to go grind. I'm about to go get it. So then next thing you know, a deal falls on my lap. Boom, $5,000 assignment fee. Oh, won't he do it? Won't he do it? I said, okay, cool. A little property out in Forest. No, yeah, out in East Point.
Okay.
Cool. Flipped
East
it.
Point coming up too.
Oh man, now's the time.
Yeah.
Now's the time. The properties are really cheap. You can get you a decent size 3-2. Over a couple thousand square feet, like right around 120. Like that's what that deal went for. So got out of contract at 120. Flipped it over to my buyer. I said, I just need $5,000. I ain't trying to be greedy. I don't care what you do with it. Just give me my little $5,000.
Yeah.
125. Boom. Closing table. Okay, cool, great. This last deal that I just did out in Forest Park, man, guy had it listed at 80. I said, sir, look, I'm paying all cash. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's going on. I really want to help you. He was a distressed landlord. His tenants weren't paying him on time, et cetera, et cetera. They was on a verbal lease.
He done with it.
He wanted to be done. Gone, because he drove throughout the week. He was a truck driver.
Okay. So this is pocket money from anyway.
Oh yeah, most definitely. This was the hardest deal I've had to work, because getting in touch with him, he was a little bit older, so he really wasn't trying to respond to texts like that. Right, you know what I mean? It's just like threads.
This one, you on the phone a lot.
Yes, like, Mr. I need for you to get this done. Like, come on, the attorneys are asking for this, and this. Like, let's go. Man, one of my buyers, this is God. This is all God. I was like, look, got this phenomenal property. It's got a tenant in it. They're on a verbal contract. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. The house needs a lot of repairs, at least $45,000 worth of repairs. Okay, cool. What do you got on contract for? 51. Well, real estate is all about rapport. It's a people business. It's a marketing business.
Yeah.
It's about building that trust with people. You know what I'm saying? Like getting to know them, at a different level. One of my buyers, he's a phenomenal father. And we just talk about father. Hey, how's your day going? How are your kids? Am I bothering you? Are you babysitting right now? Like, do I need to let you go? I got a couple properties I want to talk to you about. So it's just all about building the rapport. And he goes, well, what do you want to make off of it? And I said, once again, thinking small, 5,000. Just thinking small, like God did it one time. I know he gonna come through again. You know what I mean? Because he said, God's clutch.
Oh, for sure.
Name one time God's ever said no. Not even said no, but not followed through.
Yeah.
Everything he's followed through on.
Word.
From Genesis to Revelation.
Oh, for sure.
Well, we don't know when he's coming back because one day is like 1,000 days.
But we know that word is gonna be fulfilled.
It's gonna be fulfilled, right? So I'm just like 5,000.
Right.
$5,000.
I'm cool.
Nah. I don't know what it is, but nah. Zip it over to me about 79.
Wait, say that again?
79. I said, 79? He goes, yeah. He said, I can pick it up at 79. I said, wait, so you're telling me my assignment's going to be like over 20? Like over 20. So I told the homeowner, I said, I can give you a couple grand more. You know what I mean? Just get close with me. I can give you a couple grand more. Really? You can absolutely. Just trust me. We can get it done. Man, I get to the closing table. I look at that, Joe.
Yeah.
$23,000.
Your take home.
My take home. I said, and you know what?
Because math both in our thing. So 23 minus 5,000 is what?
Come on. I ain't good with math. You asked the wrong one, player.
The numbers make sense.
So look, got the property under contract.
That's $18K more than what you got last time.
Won't he do it? He said he would. Fight your battles for you.
Wow.
And then they gonna wonder how you sleep.
And how did that feel? Like when you were sitting there at the table.
I said, this is
from being a homeless individual to a $5,000 deal because that's, your number was just 5. If you can just make 5, you cool.
Just 5.
And it didn't even matter how big or large the property was.
I didn't care.
You just wanted your 5. But God showed you that all things are possible.
With him.
And you're sitting there looking at this contract, and if I don't know what the contracts look like, but I'm just gonna make something up and say there's your name, Jasmine Grier,
Family Tree Realty, yep.
Family Tree Realty, and then right across from it on that line item is $23,000. Like, what is that feeling like?
I had to,
because you almost lost. You said you almost lost everything again.
Yeah.
To now signing $23,000 deals.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is what year in real estate or month?
Well, 6, 7, running a business full out. So like going on 7.
Years or months?
Months.
Wow.
Months.
And you flipping $23,000 deals.
Joe, I said I'm ready for the next one. Look, Joe, I was like, I said, this is real. I haven't put no credit up. I didn't have to put nothing down. All I had to do was impact a life, a family's life.
So, your social work skills,
come on, Joe,
have been transferable to what God placed, the thing that's been your desire of your heart, which was real estate.
Right.
So you took a transferable skill of being a people person.
Right.
And you let them know from jump, hey, I'm not after your money. I'm not trying to scam you. I'm not trying to look out just for my pockets. I'm looking out for you first, me second.
Right. Right. My seller first, my buyer second, me last. I don't care what I make. If there's a family who's distressed and they need to get out of a situation, we gonna figure it out to the point where I'll even come to the property to help you move. I know I'm $162, but I can help lift the couch barely, but I can help lift the couch, Joe. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And if it makes sense for my buyer, okay, cool. We gonna work it out. It's gonna be worked because if you have a strong buyer and you got great rapport with that buyer and you understand their purchase power and their buying criteria, it's like the deals just fall in your lap.
So it's like you understand the power of relationships.
Oh yeah,
and the power of not burning bridges.
Talk that talk.
Because I can attest to it. I was talking to a client the other day, and he didn't care for the policy. He called me fussing and cussing me out, and I'm just listening, taking it, put my phone on speaker, and just laid it there, and just let him get it out. Because I understand, like everyone's going through hard times right now, so every dollar matters.
Right.
And I said to myself, this can go one or two ways. I can stick to policy and say this is what it is, you're lost. Right. Or I can, follow my heart, and if they're trying to scam me, I can let it be a thing where vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And I battled for a second with, I feel like they're trying to scam me. And God was like, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And I just kept feeling, I said, you know what? It's y'all, you can have it back, your deposit, take it back, it's cool, we gonna eat regardless. Right. And if y'all scamming me, you scam me. If not, so be it. Y'all, they'll come back around. So processed everything for him, and he was like, man, I really appreciate you, man. You don't realize what this did for us, man. I will work with you again. I give you my word, and it's just that relationship piece. That relationship piece, that social work piece, that just being somebody who's just genuine. Right. Because everyone got a scam nowadays. Oh, my God. We live left and right. We live in the capital of Scam City.
Hey, put 500 down and get back 45,000. Right. Wait a minute.
So it's just not making no sense nowadays. Right. But the fact that, in these tough times, that you're still being a genuine person. Right. Because you can say, I'm sure there's plenty ways. Absolutely. Of getting over on people in real estate. Absolutely. But the thing is, you just know that if you be genuine through the whole process, you build that relationship through the whole process, that whatever, small number that you think of, God is going to increase it. Come on. Not one time, not two times, but looking like 3 times over.
Like Job.
Yeah.
Like the story of Job. Mm-hmm. Man, he gave Job back double, triple. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right. Like,
so that's how I saw it. I was like, okay, wow, this is amazing. This is God. Every night before I go to bed, Lord, if real estate is for me, I need for you to show me. Literally, I told him that. If it's for me now, I need for you to show me that it's for me. And every day he continues to show me. Like today, I had a 30-minute conversation with a homeowner. Ma'am, look, the comps say this, which is the comparable sales. The house next door is worth this, or it sold for this, etc. And she was just like, oh, okay, cool, that's great. So you've been doing your homework, just building that rapport with her. Well, my husband, he's an electrician. He works for the International, Electricity. I don't know what it's called. It's like person. The IWBEC or something like that. I don't know. Like
the people who just
it's almost
the
like
governing body of the electricians.
Something like that. And just learning more about her. She's like, I had this property for years, probably before you was even born. You know what I'm saying? Just learning.
It meant something to them.
Yeah, right. So just trying to understand why she was selling it at that price point. But not even discussing price with her, just getting to know the real reason behind what's going on. Okay, so you told me, so you've had, this property for over 12 years and you've only had 3 tenants. So that means you've had long-term tenants in this property. Well, that says a lot. That means that you must be a phenomenal landlord if people don't want to leave. Yeah. You know what I mean? That means you must show up on time when there's the toilet's overflowing or a light went out or the doorknob's a little, a little raggedy. So, you know what I mean? So that's what it's about to me. It's about really getting people to understand that I'm not here to as they call it, to lowball. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm here to help you, come up with a solution, to your problem. So with this past closing that I had, they took that money and gifted their children a certain percentage of it to buy their home. Wow. So, you know what I mean? It's bigger than, okay, I got this deal. Let me see what I can do and how much I can get. No, it's way bigger than that. It's about the impact. And that's all that I want to do is impact. Like Christ he lived for 30 years, but his impact those last 3 years
was the heaviest.
That's it. He knew I got a purpose to fulfill.
That's amazing. That is
amazing. Truly, like, it's the same thing with basketball. If I can get an hour or 30 or 40 minutes with the kid, it's about the impact. Like today, we had a practice or whatever. I was telling the kids, today's phrase is, I can, I will, I must. Eric Thomas, I can, I will, I must. We're not going to get upset about any shots or anything like that. We're going to continue to think positively. So planting those little seeds of confidence around in people, or planting seeds of impact, you know what I mean? Integrity, honesty, truth. That's what it's about. And ultimately, that's all I want to strive to do. If I can do it the right way, I'm going to do it the right way. And if it doesn't work out, then it wasn't meant to work out.
Wow. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You don't realize what that has done for me. and you don't realize what it's going to do for us. Whoever decides to, press play on this podcast.
Right.
I appreciate your transparency.
Absolutely.
Being open. Just keeping the conversation going.
Absolutely.
Your energy.
Right.
Your love for people and the love for what you do. Before we close out, I always give people the opportunity to just let people know where they can find you, how they can get plugged in, how they can, just tap into the real estate industry or whatever.
Absolutely.
Like, this is your time to just share your platform and, just how can we listeners get in touch with you?
Absolutely, yeah. So you can find me on Instagram at Grier, and I know, don't get me for this because I know you're a marketing guru. You can find me on Instagram at Grier_15. Yeah, so
that 15 means something to you.
Oh man, 15 is such a beautiful number, in and out. Huge significance to me. But if you just want to, DM me, message me, you can. You can find me. My website is thefamilytreerealty.com. And then also my email is rooted at thefamilytreerealty. If you just want to, zip me an email, have at it. But something about that number 15, Joe. Hey. You got 5 minutes?
I got 5.
You got 5 minutes?
I got 7.
You got 7? Joe. So.
Hold that thought.
All right. We good? All right. I'm going to be quick, I promise.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Number 15, Joe. All right. So when I was in high school, I wore 22. I had a best friend of mine. We both wore 22. Like 22 was like our number or whatever. So playing in the game, got hurt, kneecap completely dislocated, gone. It was rough. Woo! Look, you made my knee twitch. You cringe. Yeah, it made me cringe too. So I was like, man, I gotta change my number. 22 is just not it anymore. Yeah. So I changed my number to 15. All right. I don't know why. I just did. I said, I look like a 15. I'm, like the little 1 and like the little 5. I was like, I look like a 15. So throughout life, I've noticed that number. Okay. So let me get to you whenever I realized that number. My Nana, my mom's mom, who I adored and loved, we would go fishing, all types of stuff. I would sneak her like $20 and get her some cigarettes and things like that, right? I was like that grandkid. And she passed at 6:15 in August, a couple days before the 15th. And I was like, oh boy. Like I remember the doctor verbally writing up there, that time, 6:15. I was like, okay, cool. Whatever, God, do whatever you want to do. I was praying to you. I've been praying to you this whole time. You didn't listen, whatever. Yeah. Okay, a couple years go by. I'm at Indiana State, yada, yada, yada. Things, okay, cool. I'm still wearing 15. Things are going well. Man, so let me just give you the story about my car. So I go get a new car or whatever. It's on February the 15th. I was like, okay, this is weird. So I'm at the car place. Dad, I think they're gonna let me get it. Yay, whatever. Happy about it, right? And the guy goes, so, would you be okay with paying, $345 a month? I said, absolutely not. I said, you're out of your mind. I said, I can walk right now. I said, I don't need this car. $345 is too much. I negotiate down. What about $215? No, absolutely not. That's still too much. You telling me my credit? Now I don't work this hard, and I done been homeless before, man. My credit suffices. I need something a little bit lower. Okay, $145. I said, oh, perfect. 1 and 5. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Let's go. Let's run with it. So I'm waiting for my little license plate to come back. I'm trying to call down there. Hey, can y'all give me Grier 15 like on my tag? You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's taken. Da, da, da. Okay, cool. Get my tag in the mail. I was like, just whatever you got, send it to me. Man, why is there 15 in my tag? Wow. Okay. 15 means manifestation, a source of power, energetic. You know what I mean? It means that, you're dubious. You're always on the go.
That's you all day.
Oh, my God. I'm like, 15 is a serious number. So now on my little hats, with Family Tree Realty, in Psalms 92, God tells us to be like a palm tree. He tells us to bend, but don't break. And sometimes in life will hit us, and it feels like there's like a hurricane of wind coming, but we need to just bend but not break. And what keeps a palm tree from breaking is the roots. Yeah. So I said, we got to stay rooted on this journey. That's where I got the idea for the rooted hat, but I had to put the XV on there. You know what I mean? Had to put the XV on there. Manifestation. Because what you speak out of your mouth, it comes. Life gives it back to you. Regardless. If you say, man, I can't do this, life's going to give you can't do it. If you speak, I want to be like Michelle Obama. I want to be like Barack Obama. I want to be like Joe. He's got his own business. He's a social worker. He loves people. Man, he's cool. He's awesome. He has his own podcast. I want to be like him. I want to watch all his YouTube videos every single day. I want to figure out I can be like him. what you speak is going to come to pass. You know what I mean? That little kid who, man, I just wish, you know what I mean, I could be a gymnast or a guitar player. I wish my parents could afford a guitar. Okay, life's going to bring you a little job, a little grass cutting job. You're going to be able to save up and get that guitar. Then you're going to be like John Mayer. You're going to keep working to get like John Mayer. Next thing you know, you out selling arenas, you know, harder than John Mayer was. So what you speak out of this, God said there's power in the what? In the tongue. Speak it. So I think that's our 5 minutes. Look.
That's a powerful 5 minutes.
Yeah.
15. Rooted.
Stay rooted. Stay rooted along the journey. Look, Joe, think about it. It's like, you know, Ermias J. Escadone, Nipsey Hussle. He always say, don't fold, stay 10 toes down. Trust the process. Trust the journey. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Stay rooted. And know if you stay rooted in Christ, if you stay rooted along the journey, you're going to make it through. Because think about it. If a couple years ago, you know, when I was intentionally going through all that and I was going through real estate school, if I would have just quit and didn't speak it into the air, if I just would have gave up, like, you know what, this is it. I'm going to just be homeless. I'm going to be a bum. You know, my family ain't going to know where I'm at. You know what I mean? If I just would have gave up. But I kept talking to myself. One day, I made a little vision board. It's on my little phone. It's my little screensaver on my little phone. That little vision board right there. Wow. Yeah. All real estate. It's all real estate. So if I just would have gave up, wouldn't have made that vision board.
All because you stayed rooted.
All because I stayed rooted. Let's go. Top of that.
I'm gonna say something.
Okay.
If nobody else gets anything out of this whole podcast, that 5 minutes, that last 5 minutes alone, will do it. Like they can start from minute mark 0000 and jump to right now we're at minute 52 and go back a little bit about 5 minutes. That alone itself will do it. The story itself is powerful for sure. You know, I don't want to take anything from it, you know, because everyone's story has power in it. But that last 5 minutes that you asked for, you know, I appreciate you asking for because it not only touched my heart, you know, I know it's going to touch somebody else's heart just to stay rooted.
Right.
Throughout this journey, stay rooted, stay dedicated to what you said you were going to do, to stay dedicated to the dream, the vision.
That's it.
And if you stay rooted,
you good.
And then you need 15 ain't got to be your number, but whatever your number is, just stay rooted.
Stay rooted.
Whatever your passion is, stay rooted.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, we need a tattoo that just say rooted.
Go ahead, Joe. I know.
I text you.
Yeah. Hey, look, got it right here on the wrist, Jazz.
That's what I'm thinking. Nah, that's dope. Like, you know, it's just it's a simple word, rooted. You know, you take it back, root, whatever the root word is, but you know, I'm not that deep.
Right.
But you just rooted, just staying grounded in. Just keep it going.
Keep going.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, King. This has been awesome. You blessed me.
You blessed me.
No, you've blessed me. Y'all keep living blessed out here. Go pick up some of Joe's stuff. Come on,
appreciate y'all.
Hats and shirts.
That's the podcast, y'all. Jasmine, Grier. I just want to call her Jasmine G.
Jasmine G.
Rooted. Appreciate y'all. Listen, if you are trying to do something, do it.
Do it.
If you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, keep going. And if you feel like you know that you are wavering, just stay rooted. That's Living Blessed, the podcast. We out, y'all. Peace.